This is the early preview for the weekend's group races. And you'll note here that Caulfield this morning was a soft 7. However, the weather was okay. I think it was delightful today. But anyway, there's a little bit of showery rain working towards the weekend. My expectation is that we will probably end up with a soft 6 track. Soft 5 would be preferable, but soft 6, as it sort of separates the wet track horses from the others. So I'm going to start with the first of these is race 5, okay? So because it's a 1100 metre race, we just follow these ratings as they are. And interesting, the prices are for Shaggy is $21. It can handle the wet and was a little bit unlucky last start. And I do think that at the $21 on offer tonight, Wednesday night, I'll be getting on myself for some of that. The next one is going to be Jimmy Record. Now, Jimmy Record is not on the wet. He's not a good wet tracker. He's listed at $5.50, and I'm not overexcited about taking that price unless it's a proven wet tracker. Okay, the next one we're looking at is Shining Smile. That's virtually won all its races. It's $3.80. Okay in the wet. So a horse that's won every race, we've got to respect that. And so we would have to have something on that for sure. Certainly preferable to the other runner, Jimmy Ricard. Okay, Shining Smile. Shining Smile is, Shining Smile is the one I was talking about. Shiny Smile is the one that's okay in the wet and $3.80. And if we're looking at Tycoon Star, it's not got so much good winning form. It's not going to be all that good on the wet. So we can, you would think it would be all right on the, Shining Smile is okay on the wet. Shaggy's okay on the wet. Jimmy Ricard is okay on the wet, but I do not prefer that horse. Okay, and McGaw, well, it's a long way down, and obviously there's only 8 runners, and otherwise it would be quite an interesting race, but I am likely to go each way on Shaggy. That's my first bet. Some of the other stuff I'll wait to see what the odds are at the weekend, but Shiny Smile at $3.80, it looks pretty reasonable, and it's never been beat, so maybe that's the one we save on. Okay, the next race is race 6, and a bit hard to see here, but anyway. We're looking at these horses. We've got My Gladiola, and as you can see, it's got nothing under the mud section, so that's not necessarily any good on the wet. So you can see here, these ones are all okay on the wet. So My Gladiola, no wet form, it is $8, and at the 1100, once again, it's could be a very speedy horse over this track. It's drawn out in barrier 10, which is probably going to help it. Number 4 is Scenic Point. Scenic Point's got no wet form and is a $2.60 favourite. So given that, it's a bit hard to decide what to do there. Number 1, the Playwright. It's got good wet form. Okay, so it's got good wet form. It's $9. And then the next one we're looking at is Custom. It's also good wet form and is listed at $29, which seems a little bit overs to me. And the last one, number 2, Icarian Dream, it's good in the wet. It has drawn barrier 1, which is actually a little bit of a disadvantage at this distance. And it's listed at $15. So, it's a hard one because My Gladiola, as I said, no wet form. $8, yes, but you have to take it into account what the wet track's going to be like. And Scenic Point, 2 runs, never run on the wet, but probably would be okay just the same. And then the Playwright and the others, they're all okay on the wet, as you can see. And so decisions would have to be made, seeing what the conditions were like at the end of the third race we're doing, is Caulfield race 8. Now, in this one, you can see Yellow Sun's well quite acquainted with the track. 8 wins from 19 suggests a good each way chance, and it's currently at $21, Yellow Sun. I find that pretty good. Its mud rating is okay too. Evaporate's not so great first up. Gets a bit of credit from me, listed at $3.80. I wouldn't be prepared to take that price about a horse that's not usually on top of it in the first run. Also, it's a 1400 metre one, and we've got to have a look here and have a look at the barrier as 3. You wouldn't want to be outside 3. Yellow Sam's got 2. It probably looks better. Here to shock as an 8-year-old. I'm not keen on 8-year-olds. Been very reliable, but barrier 11's going to make it really difficult. Private Eye, number 1. It's an 8-year-old, and it's first up. Goes okay first up. Once again, it's $3.80, and I wouldn't take that price about it. And number 3, Attrition. Okay, Attrition. It's ridden by Nash Rawiller. Young Mr. Mertens. Yes. And at $29, it's the one that could have some notice. So Attrition could be all right. So let's have a look at Attrition here. See, Flemington here is first up, was beaten 4 lengths. Morfordville first up was only beaten half a length back at Caulfield in February last year. Was no good. So once again, you would get this horse, and it's only won 4 from 21, which is why it's $29, I guess. And not so hot first up, which is one of the reasons we've got that 20-point penalty on it, and obviously this one too. So once again, in this race, I'd likely have something on Yellow Sam. And the next one to look at, if you're looking at Evaporate, as I said, at $3.80, I do not like the price, but it's one of the others to consider. So they're in barrier 2 and 3, which is big help. So once again, have a look at the prices, have a look at the track conditions on Saturday. For our spring Carnival subscribers, I'm going to do an update on Saturday morning, and we'll see how we go. Let's hope we get a decent track. That would be my idea. Good luck, and thanks for calling.